and Mythra, because these are very recent, so it's always exciting to see footage of them.
Yeah, but Steve is out here trying to show everybody not to forget about him as he starts it off and very nearly gets that jab into down air combo to finish off Mythra with her poor recovery.
I was such a whack string. That's the power of Steve. Those kind of low hit moves, just let them kind of string into each other at those low percentages. So a DM just got carried from the right side to the left side and just couldn't contest it at all.
True, but already doing a very good job of sharking as Yonni is having a hard time of getting down. Gets the grab, and then immediately up back to the top platform. How do you actually deal with this as Steve? The really only option you have to land is Anvil, and those platforms will block it.
It's a good pick for DM for sure. And, not to mention the fact that, whoa, my goodness, that down air just does insane amounts of just hitbox. Like, it is crazy. That's dangerous because, yeah, that results in a quick dash attack to death. And the combined power of Pyra and Mythra is insane. You have the crazy frame data we're seeing right now on Mythra, and then Pyra comes out and has all the power. Or Pyra, sorry.
I love the comparison of this character calling her Sword Chic, as it really does feel like she can oppress you with frame data in ways that very few sword characters actually can. This character is incredibly quick, has an amazing combo game, can carry you across stage, and when you're at the edge, Pyra comes out and can punish you hard.
That insane damage that Pyra brings to the table is definitely to be feared. And the best part is when you think she's too slow, she just switches to Mythra, who is insanely fast. Like you said, Sword Chic, the frame data is insane.
Recovery with the side B, nice and aggressive right there. Actually, it looked like Yonni DI'd down and was able to get out of it and then just kind of jump back into the spin. And then a high up B avoiding that wall being built right there by Steve.
Pyra's uppy has a rather nice kind of recovery box to it. She has magnet hands on that thing, I swear. And oh, that sword is a big hitbox too, not gonna lie, because man, it hurts.
Pyra down air is insane. Like this is DLC Ivysaur down air. It not only does it have a massively generous bite hitbox, it also does a ton of damage and it can just like kill off the top.
That should be it, yeah.
What a response right there. Not safe enough shield pressure. Perfect range right there by Yonni to take the stock.
Yonni's going to need a little bit more, though, because currently off stage against Mythra and one full stock down. A little bit of a lightning buster in her face. And now it's just kind of just dealing with the speed that is Mythra. And there it is.
Good DI that time, though. DM not at all being tricked the second time around. Holds out, gets out of that jab comp a little bit sooner.
And we said this earlier, but Yonni really doesn't have a good answer to the kind of the platforms there. And oh no, that's
the air dodge. Actually, he manages to recover though. It very nearly killed him, that air dodge to ledge failure, but then just perfect mash to get back.
I am actually amazed the up B from Steve managed to bring Yonni back there. It's kind of a brawl glide scenario, but the amazing traction at the end saved them.
And now DM is swinging. DM can smell blood in the water. You're above 100%. Let me just get one. I only need one hit.
120% now. Forward tilt, up tilt, dash attack. A lot can do the trick here.
Diamond Cutter is out, though. Let's see what we can get. A couple back air attempts, not quite working out. Trading with the side B. And now Yonni's high. He's on platform right now, just trying to get a few more resources. He was running a little bit low on iron, but DM doing a very patient approach right here. And then there it is. Yonni, a little bit too aggressive, gets called out by that back air. Excuse me, down air one more time.
So that's a simple game one for DM. And like you said, the big power of hitboxes. Pyra brings the damage. Mythra brings the speed. And a character like Steve, who is a little bit on the slow side, it's hard to counteract.
It just feels like the down air was something that Yonni wasn't really prepared for. We saw multiple stocks get ended by that because of improper shield pressure or because of jump-ins. You really do have to respect Pyra when you're trying to approach from the air, because just a retreating back air or a down air is so difficult for you to cover if you have kind of a stubby range like Steve.
So it looks like they're going to the drawing board a bit. Maybe definitely a different stage. Steve needs something else, maybe something a little bit bigger, like Kalos or Town and City, where they can kind of have the chance to mine and try to avoid the crazy hitboxes that Mythra brings. Looks like there's more than one selection, maybe. We could see a character change here.
Could be, though. I know Yonni's been really putting a lot of work into into this, Steve, so I wouldn't be surprised if we try to get a ride or die situation going here. Yep, there it is. So the character selection remains the same. What stage are we going to help out game 2?
As we jump into it, looks like Mythra again is the starter of choice for DM. Makes sense. You want that speed right out the gate. And like I said, it was Kalos. It's the bigger stage. It gives Yanni a chance to mine a bit more and just kind of run away from this devastating sortie.
That's kind of what you think, but DM is on you in a moment. Like, this character is absolutely quick, and Yanni is just barely getting any kind of opportunity to set up.
The speed of Mythra just astounds me every time. Her frame data is lightning, and DM just makes it work beautifully because Yanni doesn't have a chance to breathe.
And only at 75%, we're already getting the Pyra spin. And trying the forward smash right away. This character is got one thing on its mind. The TNT. Nice setup, but that will not finish up. Setting a little bit too high and across the stage. Just abusing these large hitboxes, and Yanni doesn't really have the best aerial drift to challenge them.
Carefully getting back from stage, opts to roll in, manages to survive just a bit longer, and it's pretty close percentages, even though DM has been the one just kind of majorly approaching and making it hard for Yanni.
Side B again, but can't get a follow-up. Now DM in a bit of an edge pressure situation. Great use of the blocks by Yanni to just slow it down, and then dropping an anvil, so getting center stage back, and then immediate diamond.
And then builds up that tent. Makes it hard for DM to fully approach. That's what we see a lot of Steves doing. They love to set up that kind of that wall and makes it difficult for approaches to happen, which gives them a free chance to mine. Yeah, that is going to take the stock there, Yanni. A little bit too unsafe with that tether grab. Easily punished by the power of Pyra. And Yanni just kind of dancing on front of the anvil. What was that?
He couldn't walk over it, and he didn't seem to input a jump either. His own tool coming into blocking, trying to get an up tilt string working, not quite finishing up there. And now a little bit of patience by Yanni, just trying to approach with safe aerials, but look at that zone breaking potential of Mythra. Just like the dash attack is so hard to react to, and max range is almost safe. And already 45%, and this man is out here saying, I need them big hitboxes to get this kill. Down here trading with Minecart, and hitting Steve out of it too. But that will finish it off with a down air anvil drop directly on Pyra.
I think the hitbox extension of Pyra throwing out her sword is actually what caused the anvil to land there. It was kind of landing right next to her, but it kind of caught her on the way out, which is such a shame. But don't worry, because Pyra still packs a punch when she is out, and Yanni's on death's door once again, and an excellent anvil recovery.
Yanni is making good use of these pivot grabs, though. I think that that is a great option in this matchup, especially when you're trying to zone break with a sword character. Like, just don't try to interact with their hitboxes, just grab them out of it.
Makes sense that DM's just trying to control the stage, swing out fat hitboxes, and eventually you will land it.
That down air something, man. It's so good.
It's so good. And this is a similar situation you see with Pokemon Trainer. The stance characters in this game, it's just, you know, low percentages, I want this character, high percentages, I want this character. You see it now, Mythra and Squirtle are the go-tos, then you have Ivysaur, Charizard, and Pyra to kind of clean up these stocks.
Photon Edge not quite safe on shield, getting the charge of the forward smash, but the block perhaps saving DM. But the Gimp with down tilt, that is actually going to be a super powerful tool in this matchup against these linear recoveries. Now with the jab, carry across the stage. Can't get the down air, though. A bit of a tech flub right there, it looked like, or perhaps that was the workbench slowing down Yanni's hitboxes.
I really liked how Yanni did manage to salvage that stock after accidentally messing it up with the block, and this is really DM's game until Yanni really took control in this last stock. Has Diamond on deck, making it incredibly difficult for DM to really get anything.
He was trying for that down air there. I respect the heck out of it, but instead gets a back air as a consolation prize. Might not get the Twitch clip, but does end the stock with a plum. And Yanni showing some great adaptations here in Game 2.
It was a very stark kind of resemblance in that last stock. Like I said, DM doing really well in the first half of that game too, but Yanni bringing it back with a little bit of extra assistance from the tools. The diamond is always helpful in adding percentage and cleaning up stocks. So excellent stuff to them. It looks like we're going to a game 3 this time.
One thing that we didn't talk about too is on Callus, it looked like you could not dig up any dirt. So just every block that Yonni was playing with was starting with stone, which is much more impactful for him there. So now we're going to have to see if we're going to get a stage counter pick that not only gives DM better platforms to control and shark from below, but also perhaps limits the build options that Steve can pull out.
And that's the kind of unique factor of Steve. Every stage is different. If you go somewhere like Lilat, you'll get a little bit more iron due to where you are. But if you go to Yoshi's Island, you get wool, which is nice and weak, easily crumbles apart. And if you want viable strategies versus Steve, it's important to keep that kind of stuff in mind.
I think that might have to be the ban. Triplats didn't seem too good in this matchup game 1. So going to that stage, it seems really, really difficult for Steve. I think maybe that and Smashville might be banned out.
Definitely makes sense. Steve needs that build-up time. They like the larger stages. We see it in Kalos compared to something like Battlefield. So if DM wants to come out on top here, needs a stage where they can afford a little bit more boxing and really get into Yanni's discomfort zone, so to speak. And it's like a small Battlefield, you know? Similar kind of platform structure, but not a lot of space.
Starting it off again with the jab combo across stage, but good DI again by DM, holding out so you can't not get the spike follow-up.
Quick grabs here and there, just mining every chance. And yeah, we're seeing wood, we're seeing dirt, we're seeing a little bit more variables in kind of what is coming into the pockets of Yanni.
Down smash does get full stage control, takes a little bit of opportunity to get some resources, but we are close to Diamond, but not quite close enough. Instead, not taking an opportunity to build. There it is, though. Stone axe on deck. Hit a little bit harder, but the iron resources already expended. So now it's time for DM to hit the gas. Do not let this man get time to build up.
I like the block there to kind of add to the length it takes for DM to come back. Quick forward smashes after a couple of whiffed up smashes from Yanni's side. Flame Nova easily shieldable, gets a quick grab in return, and not quite a stock, but can Yanni get the edge guard?
Don't you love how pivot grabs are so slow that if you spot dodge unsafely, you still get grabbed by him? That was a little bit unfortunate, but great edge trap situation right there by Yanni to finish off the stock with only about 100%. So this is looking, again, completely different from game 1. DM now is on notice. He has to go ahead and change up his playstyle to apply a little bit more pressure and avoid this deadly combo game.
41% off of a few quick axe hits. It's a lot of extra credit right out the gate. But if DM can just find a quick, strong aerial to secure this Steve stock, it should be a bit easier to kind of manage this deficit. Quick prominence revolt, but it's like the Wii hitbox and just bounces off, and whoa, that's a quick fun combo, and gets back in the minecart on the way out. This character's wacky.
Yeah, just when you think you're able to punish, just absolutely giving you not enough time, and it feels like DM starting to mash a little bit. He does get that kill of a little bit of a sus DI right there by Yanni, but already 96%. So what can Mythra do here? This is a character known to be able to pressure super hard. Already getting a throw combo, but missing the confirm.
Happened twice off of that, and just, the last hit of the flint and steel kind of throws DM away. Just try to find pressure in the corner, makes it a little bit hard for Yanni to kind of set things up. And that anvil does so much shield pressure. If DM is not careful, it could be a shield break. Woo.
Just trucking on by. Just hop in the minecart and say, I am not trying to get that grab box. I'm trying to send you off stage to your doom. Last stock here for DM on winner's side of bracket. Gets the side B. Sticking with Pyra here, trying to get an early kill. I respect the option.
Even though Pyra is a little bit slower, it might be worth it to slow down the gameplay and get a better stock for it. Dash attack almost doing the trick there. Close to 100% now. And I like that high recovery from Yanni, just recovering on the entire other side of the stage, saying, no thank you, I'm good over here. I like that.
That's a good tech coverage right there with the little toss into that. But down air converts into up air, not quite going to finish off, 126%. But look at the resources. Yanni desperately needs some time. And right now, it looks like DM's passivity is giving it to him. He's got a little bit more iron. He's got diamond and gold for next stock. He just can't land anything. It's phenomenal shield play by Yanni, but playing passive and just kind of running away from DM's options. And we haven't seen DM incorporate anything to force him out of shield. No tomahawk grabs or anything.
The Nair is going to take it. 35% though, even though Yanni has great tools, it's not a lot of percentage on board. And that could be a strong suit or not. Already though, just 2 quick hits making it near to 60. That could have been it actually right there with the Diamond Sword. Diamond Sword is incredibly powerful, so DM needs a little bit more to come out on top of a triple-digit percent. Now it's getting nasty. That is it. Just a quick missed air dodge means not much is getting done. And it is Yanni Steve coming out on top there on that victory screen.
You do hate to see Suicide's Game 3, but unfortunately, Pyra and Mythra both have lackluster recoveries and airspeed, so you have to be judicious with your use of the air dodge. If it doesn't get you edge, it might just get you the L.
True enough, true enough. I gotta hand it to him, though. Good play. It's always nice to see those new DLC characters.
Yeah, I mean, character creativity is something that we always have had in the Wi-Fi meta. We see a lot of new characters popping up on screen. We see a lot of new players trying to innovate as the characters grow a little bit older and their gameplay gets more mature. And that's something that, I mean, everybody goes ahead and knocks on Wi-Fi, but I love seeing the diversity and the growth in the metagame these days.
That's always been one of my favorite parts of online, is seeing all the weird characters people bring out now. It's much more diverse, and that's not only because these events bring larger groups of people together. This isn't MDVA anymore. This isn't Smash and Xanadu in our local scene where everyone's playing Wolf or Roy or Palutena. You see more DDD players. Now DLC are up and running. You see kind of these weird, crazy picks. You see Piranha play it once in a while that everyone forget exists. Even some Ice Climbers, the rare breeds that they are. It's always nice to see them kind of brought to the table and show what they can do.
So it looks like, speaking of some Wi-Fi warriors, we're going to have Kirash and 8-Bit Man hopping up into bracket next. So we might be seeing some Luigi versus Rob gameplay. Or perhaps 8-Bit Man, I mean, he's shown a little bit of character diversity himself. Maybe we'll be seeing the Diddy.
Diddy, always fun when you want your opponent to hate the game. But then again, Rob is a master of the craft here online. So kind of a choose your flavor adventure. Depends on what 8-Bit Man's feeling. And it's pretty fun stuff. Just remember, don't get grabbed.
It's the barrel technician versus the stock finesser.